Now I am going to discuss about magnitude comparator. Magnitude comparator for comparing two 4-bit numbers. Okay, you may compare 4-bit numbers, or you may compare 5-bit, 6-bit, 3-bit, 2-bit. It is up to you. So this logic which I am going to explain will cover all. Okay, now I am going to explain for 4 bits. That method can be used for any number of bits. Any number of bits. Okay, and I am going to design a combinational circuit. Okay, which will perform the comparison between two 4-bit numbers. Okay, designing a combination circuit which will perform the comparison of two 4-bit numbers. And what are the outputs I am going to get from this particular device which I am designing is greater than, less than, and equal to. These are all the three outputs I am going to get. Okay, and a greater than b, a equal to b, and a less than b. So let us take two 4-bit numbers. One 4-bit number is a, that is called a3, a2, a1, a0, 4 bits. So we have variable names here, a3, a2, a1, a0. Okay, instead of variable I can have either 0 or 1. I can have either 0 or 1. And then b is equal to b3, b2, b1, b0. Okay, so each and every variable can have either 0 or 1. Can have either 0 or 1. And how to check the equality? So I told that we can find out a greater than b, a less than b, and a equal to b. First I am going to check the equality. How do you say both the numbers are equal? Okay, a naught should be equal to b naught, a1 should be equal to b1, a2 should be equal to b2, and a3 should be equal to b3. Then only I can say a is equal to b. Okay, a naught equal to b naught, a1 equal to b1, a2 equal to b2, and a3 equal to b3. So if this condition satisfies, then only I will call both the numbers are equal. Both the numbers are equal. Okay. So here, what is a naught? A naught can be either 0 or 1. What is a1? It is 0 or 1. What is a2? 0 or 1. It is just a variable name given for the binary numbers. Okay. So sometimes a is equal to 1 0 1 0. If I write like this, this is a naught, a1, a2, a3. Let us understand how I am writing this variable. So this variable can be either 0 or 1. If I need to compare, I need to compare the general cases. Your a naught can be 0 or 1, your b naught also can be 0 or 1. How do you say your a naught and b naught are equal? There is a gate called XNOR. Okay, there is a gate called XNOR, which is a complement of XOR. XOR equal to XNOR complement. Okay, it is a complement of XOR gate. So we know the XOR gate can be drawn like this. XNOR will be complement of this XOR. XNOR will be complement of this XOR. So I'll write the truth table 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. So I am going to write the truth table for XNOR gate. If both the inputs are 0, X is 1. Both the inputs are different, X is 0. Both the inputs are different, X is 0. Both the inputs are same, X is 1. So this is the truth table of XNOR gate. This is the truth table of XNOR gate. Okay. So, and it is a complement of XOR. So how do you write XOR? 0 1 1 0. This is the answer for XOR. This XNOR is both are same, output is 1. For XOR, the both are different, output will be 1. Both are different, output will be 1. So here I need XNOR operation. Here I need XNOR operation. If A XNOR of B naught equal to 1, A XNOR B naught is equal to 1, it means A naught and B naught are equal. If A naught XNOR of B naught is 0, and I can say it is not equal. I can say it is not equal. Okay. So that is the condition I am going to take. So how do you write the XNOR operation? For example, X naught is equal to A naught, B naught, or A naught prime, B naught prime. So this is a Boolean expression for XNOR operation. This is a Boolean expression for XNOR operation. If this output is 1, I can say A0 is equal to B0. Similarly, X1 is equal to A1 B1 or A1 prime B1 prime. Similarly, X2 is equal to A2 B2 or A2 prime B2 prime. Next, X3 is equal to A3 B3 or A3 prime B3 prime. Okay, so when I can say A is equal to B, X0 should be 1, X1 should be 1, X2 should be 1 and X3 should be 1. If all are 1s, then only A is equal to B will be 1. So I can write if A is equal to B, X0 and X1 and X2 and X3. If all the X values are 1, then only A equal to B will be 1. So that is the idea behind this. I hope you can understand this. The XNOR operation can be used to check whether both the bits are equal or not. Both the bits are equal or not. So in general, I can write this Xi is equal to Ai Bi or Ai prime Bi prime. Here I is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. This is for 4-bit comparison. Suppose if you are increasing the number of bits, okay, we can increase it. If you want to decrease the number of bits, you can decrease it. Okay, so whatever comparator can be designed. It can be a 2-bit comparator you can design, it can be a 3-bit comparator, it can be a 4-bit comparator. So why I am explaining this is in exam they may ask 3-bit comparator design. Sometimes they will ask you to design a 2-bit comparator. So you should aware how to draw the diagram of 2-bit comparator, 3-bit comparator, whatever may be the size of the comparator, you should be able to draw it. Okay. Now I am clearing all this. Okay, this is the general procedure I have written for finding whether A0 is equal to B0 or not. Then what is your A is equal to B? If I want to find whether A is equal to B, X0, sorry, X3 should be 1, X2 should be 1, X1 should be 1 and X0 should be 1. If all are 1s, then only my A equal to B will be 1. A equal to B will be 1. So this is one equation. Let us take it as 1. So next I need to find out the A greater than B equation. Next I have to write for A greater than B. So let us take an example. I am taking this example. Okay, this is A and this is B. A3 to A0. This is B3 to B0. Okay, I want to check whether A greater than B or not. No need to check all the bits. Okay, I will be checking the A3 bit with B3 bit. Suppose if A3 bit is greater than B3 bit, I can directly decide A greater than B. Okay, if A3 bit is greater than B3, no need to check the remaining bits, I can directly decide A is greater than B. How it is possible? If A3 is 1 and B3 is 0. Okay, if you check remaining also, the final conclusion is A greater than B. A greater than B. So look at this example. A3 is 1 and B3 is 0. Okay, even though this bit also 1. Okay, this bit also 1, I can. So here the decision is A greater than B. Okay. So how can I do it? A3, B3 prime. With this I can check your A3 bits. How it is possible? A3, B3 prime is written here. If A3 is 1 and B3 is 0, then only the result will be 1. If B3 is any other value, okay, for example, if B3 is 1, it will become 0. Okay, it will become 0. Suppose if your A3 is 0, in that case also the output will become 0. For only one case output will be 1 is when A3 is 1 and B3 is 0. If A3 is 1 and B3 is 0, definitely A3 is greater than B3. Okay, and I can use it to prove that A greater than B. Okay, this is one condition. Sometimes your A3 and B3 might be equal. Okay, A3 and B3 might be equal. Now I can decide the output only based on the next bit, A2 bit, and here it is B2 bit. Here A3 and B3 are equal. If A3 and B3 are equal, I can take X3. Your X3 should be 1. Okay, if it is 1, then only I can decide A3 is equal to B3. Okay, so I am writing X3 here. And what is the another condition I need to check? A2 and B2. A2 should be greater than B2. Okay, A2 greater than B2. I am using the same equation like A2, B2 prime. Okay, if A2 is 1 and B2 is 0, definitely A is greater than B. No need to check the remaining 2 bits. Okay, so how it will satisfy this? A2 is 1 and B2 is 0. Output will be 1. For other cases, output will be 0. For all other cases, output will be 0. Okay. So I hope you can understand this. Next, your A3 is equal to B3, A2 equal to B2. What happened to that condition? A3 equal to B3, A2 equal to B2. So it can be 1 or 0, it doesn't matter. Here I am considering 1, you can consider 0 also. Okay. I am taking this example like this: A3 equal to B3, A2 equal to B2, A1 greater than B1. Okay, so for this, first of all, for this 2, I need to write x3, x2. This is for A3 equal to B3, this is for A2 equal to B2, and next A1, B1 prime. A1, B1 prime. The last one is x3, x2, x1, A0, B0 prime. A0, B0 prime. So I hope you can understand this. Okay, if you have any issues, kindly post it in the comment so that I can help you. Okay, next I need to find out A less than B. Okay, it is just opposite. A less than B is P greater than A. Okay, the same equation can be rewritten. Wherever you write an A, I have to write B. Wherever you write B, you have to write A. Okay, the total equation will be obtained. Total equation will be obtained. So I'll write that A3 prime B3. So instead of A3 I have written B3, instead of B3 I have written A3. So it is A3 prime B3 X3 A2 prime B2 X3 X2 A1 prime B1 X3 X2 X1 A0 prime B0. So this is the equation for A less than B. This is the equation for A less than B. The same thing can be solved like what I have done earlier. Your B3 should be 1 and then A3 should be 0. In that case only this will become 1. In other cases it will be 0. While checking the second bit, A2 bit, so your A3 bit and the B3 bit should be equal, then only I need to check. Otherwise no need to check. No need to check. Okay, otherwise directly if x3 is 0, the total equation becomes 0. That the total term, okay, this term becomes 0. If x3 or x2 is 0, the total term becomes 0. If x3 or x2 or x1 0, the total term becomes 0. Okay. Next, drawing the diagram. So drawing the diagram will be very simple. You can see that here the same part of the diagram will be repeated multiple times. See, I have A3, I have B3. So I have 2 AND gates and 1 NOR gate. So this is my x3. Okay, I'll redraw this. So with explanation, see here, I have an AND gate, another AND gate, and for this we have an inverter here, we have another inverter. So why I am drawing like this? First of all, so I am trying to get more number of similar terms, So we know that a b prime or a prime b, this is for XOR operation. XNOR is just complement of XOR operation. Okay, so I am taking XOR so that I will be getting more number of common terms, so that I can draw the diagram with less number of gates. Okay, this is my A3, this is my B3. I will be connecting it directly. I am connecting this directly. I will be connecting this. If you see, this output is A3 prime B3, and this is A3 B3 prime. Okay, A3 prime B3 or A3 B3 prime is XOR operation. If I invert it, it will become XNOR. Okay, so XNOR operation, so output will be X3. So this particular picture will be repeated multiple times here. Will be repeated multiple times. Okay, this picture is repeated multiple times. I can name it as X3, X2, X1 and X0. Everywhere the input will be A3, B3, next A2, B2, next A1, B1, next A0, B0. Okay, now what is your A equal to B? All the X3, X2, X1, X0 should be connected to an AND gate. See, X3 connected, X2 connected, X1 connected and X0 connected. The output is A equal to B. So what about A less than B and A greater than B? A less than B should have these equations. A greater than B should have these equations. Where you can find this A3 B3 prime? See here. So this is A3 B3 prime. What is this? A3 prime B3. Okay, so A3 prime B3 is here, A3 B3 prime is here. I can make use of this, and this is A2 prime B2, this is A2 B2 prime. So A2 prime B2, A2 B2 prime. So everything will be useful. We have X0 to X3 and all these terms like A3 B3 prime, A3 prime B3, all these things. So I will be using AND gate and make the connection. So what connection I need to make here? Here one of the connection will be X3 and another connection will be A2 prime B2. Here one of the connection is X3, another connection is A2 B2 prime. Okay, like that. So from the diagram I can notice and make the connection. This is very simple. Okay, no need to by heart everything. Okay, so make sure you can write the equation and draw this repeated diagram XNOR gates, and then have 6 AND gates. Okay, totally 7. I am not including this. Excluding this, we have 6 AND gates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, for X3 ANDed with A2 B2 prime 1 AND gate, X3 X2 ANDed with A1 B1 prime AND gate. Like that, totally we need to have 6 AND gates. So 3 for 1, another 3. So I hope you can understand. Thank you.